How would you like your crazy bum of an uncle come in your room at night and shave your head while you sleep? See you in the car. Here's a quarter. Don't get a rat. So gnaw that thing off your face. The cigar, the fucking drill, the hat, the smoke in the background. Now that is a fucking key badass right there. Also, for him to make those giant ass pancakes, that's some real fucking cooking skills right there. And I wonder exactly what happened to those pancakes, because it was his birthday. He made those fucking pancakes, big little square of butter on top, shitload of syrup. I can imagine how many bottles of Aunt Jemima's maple syrup was squirted all over those hot cakes right there. And I wonder if they actually ate all those pancakes. I question that sometimes. But you want to know what one of my favorite scenes in the movie was? When that fucking drunk ass clown came up to the doorway, Buck Russell, he ended up confronting this clown, asking him where the fuck he was, why he's drunk, telling him to get back in his little car and drive away. When that clown was about to insult him, he took his fucking fist and he punched that son of a bitch right in the nose. And I was thinking to myself, do it again! And he did do it again. He knocked that motherfucker right out. Buck Russell is a god. Uncle Buck. He's literally the uncle that I would love to have. The guy himself, his personality reeks of entertainment. But also, he cares about his family. He is loyal. And he actually did a very good job looking after both Miles and Macy. But unfortunately, he was having a bit of a hard time dealing with his very immature, rude, bitchy of a niece named Tia. And honestly, she was basically, if not my biggest negative I had with the movie, was I didn't like her attitude whatsoever. And because of her character, up until the end of the movie, she was technically pissing me off throughout the movie whenever I saw her on screen. But John Candy, this guy saves it for me. And honestly, this is one of my favorite comedies because of John Candy. Now, Sydney and Bob, they have to leave for a little while due to a little family emergency. So Buck Russell takes the favor of taking care of the kids for a little while. And there's a bunch of shenanigans that is going on. That obviously, not only where he does a good job taking care of the kids, but also he has to grow a bond with his niece, Tia, once again. Which was very, very difficult for him to do throughout the entire film. But also, it's not just the personality of John Candy himself. It was also, there were so many scenes where you got quotes, you got shenanigans, you got silliness, but also you have a little bit of some story as well. Because John Candy, he's in a relationship and he wants to get things right, of not only getting a proper job, having money, but also where he can support his relationship with his woman. But because of his nursey, because of his fucking bitchy ass of a niece, she ends up taking it to her own hands and ruining it for a little bit because she just doesn't like her uncle whatsoever. Why? I don't know. I still don't very know what's the reason why she don't like her uncle. But the movie itself is entertaining and fun. And you want to know what makes this movie so fucking fun and entertaining? Well, there's a name that comes to mind. John Hughes. Knowing me and how I reflect on John Hughes' movies, the guy has done quite a bit of stuff where it's just so much fun to watch. I mean, The Breakfast Club, fucking Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 16 Candles, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Films like that. And John Candy was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But the thing is, Weird Science, that's another one. The guy himself, he's literally the definition of fun when it comes to either making a coming-of-age story or comedy. And for him to feature John Candy and have John Hughes work together, you're going to end up getting yourself a fun fucking movie. Entertainment, comedy, a personality like John Candy who was able to perfect Buck Russell himself. The movie itself, It may not have a particular story that focuses on it, but what makes the film just watchable and entertaining is because whenever you see John Candy on screen, the guy himself, he knew how to make the fucking character work. The look, the appeal, the fucking heart. He's silly, he's goofy, he's got a sense of humor, but he cares about his family and he looks out for those that he loves and respects. His relationship that he has. The fact that he warned Tia multiple times about this fucking bug that she was having a little bit of a connection with. He fucking warned her multiple times exactly how it was going to play out, and it turns out he was right in the fucking get-go. His little interaction he had with fucking Miles, where Macaulay Culkin, this was one of the earlier films that Macaulay Culkin played in before he ended up becoming the phenomena as Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. This was one of the earlier supporting roles that he had, where he was a little younger at the time. But this film also reflected Macaulay Culkin's personality as a child star, that he was going to become somebody later on. And for him to be a supporting role in this particular film showcased the future that he was going to have in films as a main leading star. So this was a nice showcase of who Macaulay Culkin was going to be later on. Especially how he interacted with John Candy. It was funny. Very, very funny. So not only that, this film featured breakout performances, leading star of an actor who was just too fucking good, scenes that was just hilarious, little hot at the end where he was reconnecting with his niece, trying to as well. The entertainment, the comedy, the fucking bits, the quotes that was said throughout the film itself. The dialogue, John Hughes himself, like I said, the guy knows how to fucking write comedy and just give entertainment and make you fucking feel good whenever you watch a movie. I mean, this film itself came out in 1989. He wrote it, he produced it, he directed it, and for him to do all three of those things in this movie showcase that you were going to have yourself a nice little fun time. It's a silly little script, but it's entertainment. And that's one thing that's great about Uncle Buck, is that it's entertainment, it's silly, late 80s fun. And that's one thing I like, is that I like seeing silly fun where you can actually laugh, smile, and enjoy yourself, whether it's friends, family, or a relationship. So Uncle Buck, in terms of a proper rating, since it is one of my favorite comedies, I actually gave it a solid 4 out of 5. Even when I watch the film, I still get annoyed whenever I watch Tia, because I just roll my eyes. It's just go away heat for me. So, with that being said, folks, that's going to have to do with my talk on Uncle Buck. The movie itself is so much fun. Every time I watch it, I just enjoy it more and more and more whenever I watch it, just for the entertainment purposes and John Candy alone. So, folks, that's going to do it with my little talk on this movie. Let me know down below your thoughts, and ciao for now.